This is the moment a cornered Russia destroyed by Ukrainian forces. Graphic footage captured the moment Putin's armor is wrecked by the Ukrainian army. The footage, shared by the Azov battalion, is captioned "Burn in Hell Putin's Killers." It includes a handful of tanks being hit with crew desperately fleeing the scene as Mariupol remains under siege. The 90-second clip is an aerial view of the street, with Russian tanks navigating the urban landscape. Upon zooming in, the infamous Z, which marks tanks as Russian, can be seen. The first tank is hit in the rear with smoke billowing from the impact and crew caught in the crossfire seen fleeing. The footage was shared by Azov Battalion, a sector of the Ukrainian National Guard which has far-right and extremist ties. Andrea Summerlin, of the Stockholm Center for Eastern European Studies, said the battalion has ties to Nazism and uses its symbolism. The Wolf's Angel has far-right connotations. It is a pagan symbol that the SS also used. But it is not considered a fascist symbol by the population in Ukraine. In 2019, there was an attempt by the US Congress to designate the regiment as a terrorist organization, but this failed. Originally a volunteer militia, Azov was formed in May 2014 and was accepted into the Ukrainian National Guard several months later. Putin has pinpointed the group as being one of the reasons for the Russian special operation. He has justified his invasion of Ukraine by attempting to convince the world that it is run by neo-Nazis who are persecuting communities in the Donbas region. Last week, Azov Battalion shared a video on their Twitter of Ukrainian armor engaging a Russian target. The video captured the moment a Russian BMP was destroyed by prolonged fire. Mariupol continues to be heavily besieged by the Russian army but continues to hold out, despite fears it would be one of the first cities to fall. City authorities believe around 350,000 people are trapped there, with around 30,000 escaping. Lisha Vasilenko, a Ukrainian MP, wrote on Twitter, "The city is being destroyed from the sky." President Zelensky appeared before the United States Congress to plead with them to implement a no-fly zone over Ukraine. He explained the army is coping with fighting Russia on the ground but were severely limited in the air. President Zelensky also directly spoke to Joe Biden in English. He said, "I wish you to be the leader of the world. Being the leader of the world means being the leader of peace." Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said the UK government would consider sending more anti-air weaponry to the region, including the Starstreak anti-war defense system. When asked why the UK would not support a no-fly zone over Ukraine, Armed Forces Minister James Heappey explained on LBC the move would not have a tactical benefit as many Ukrainian cities are being sieged by artillery. He added a no-fly zone could also bring NATO into the conflict. Since Russia's assault on Ukraine began in 2014, Ukraine's Ministry of Foreign Affairs released details of the Russian armed forces casualties, claiming that more than 13,500 Russian personnel have been killed and 404 Russian tanks have been destroyed. During the battle, MFA data shows that 1,279 armored vehicles of various sorts, 81 aircraft, 95 helicopters, 150 artillery pieces, and 64 MLRs were hit. 60 cisterns, 640 vehicles, 3 warships, 9 unmanned aerial vehicles, and 36 Russian anti-aircraft warfare systems are among the destroyed structures. Advanced Western weaponry and tactics are helping the Ukrainian army to inflict heavy losses on the Russian army despite their inferior numbers, military experts revealed today. Lightly armed infantry have been able to use shoulder-fired missiles to wreak havoc on columns of advancing Russian tanks and armored vehicles. Relatively cheap surface-to-air missiles have helped deny the Russian Air Force control of the skies, and Turkish-made drones have proved devastatingly effective at both airstrikes and reconnaissance. Similarly, the US and British special forces have trained their Ukrainian counterparts for years, and they have deployed ambush tactics to spectacular effect, aided by inept Russian commanders' preference for advancing down major roads in single file.